Morning, evening, afternoon, TimTheTatman 2, just chatting podcast version of me. We got a banger for you today, baby. A lot of you know my friend Dennis Franklin the Turtle. Not necessarily the brightest bulb in the pack. Myself either. I'm pretty stupid. I think a lot of you know that, but I'm not this stupid. What we got for you here is a demonstration of just how dumb Cloakzy really is. This is astounding, is the word I would use. How dumb he is. Please be sure to drop a like on this if you think I'm smarter than Dennis, and also share it with a friend. Thank you for doing that. Be sure to hit the sub button if you're not subscribed to this wonderful community over here at TimTheTatman. We are very welcoming and we love to eat. Hit the sub button. Thank you. Be sure to tell somebody you love them. Okay, I'll catch you in the next one. 25 from Tom. Yo, Tim, you have to explain how dumb Cloakzy is after that message he sent you about his screen, plus the Ram 7's godly. Yo, thank you for your 25. And dude, I genuinely don't know if Dennis is kidding about stuff that he does or if he's actually this stupid. It's kind of scary. Did you guys see the tweet I made about him? He tried, here's the context of it. I'll just pull it up. Hang on. So Dennis, this is our text thread, right? And he messages me and he texts me and he goes, I'm so hungover, I want to die, and I cracked my phone, my whole screen is shattered. And then he sent me this picture of his Twitter. And then he goes, wait, how do you delete a message? And this took me a second because I was like, why did he send me his Twitter? And then it dawned on me that this man was literally trying to show me that his screen was cracked with a screenshot. And I sat there for a minute and I was like, bro, I don't know if he's actually this stupid or if like is he this dumb, or did he set himself up? And that was kind of my question I'm asking myself. Like, okay, is he doing that as like a joke, right? Like, omega lol, look at me, I'm so funny. But I think he was serious. I don't know, man. Honestly, chat, it's kind of your guys' fault, bro. Straight up, like, you made that man a multi-millionaire and he might be the stupidest person. He's dumber than me. I'm dumb. I'm very dumb. I thought you could dig to the ocean, but I in my defense, I thought it was water and I said ocean, so that was my mistake. But like, I'm really dumb, but I am a lot smarter than Dennis. A lot. I don't know, man. I don't know. Thank you for your 25. He's an idiot. 25 from Viper. Good morning, Tim. I'm having surgery tomorrow for a hernia and I'm kind of nervous. It's my first time having surgery. Your streams have been keeping me entertained while I'm out of work. Thank you for all the laughs. Also, have you ever had surgery? I appreciate your 25, Viper, and I hope it goes well, man. I had surgery when I was a kid, and that was about it, though. I don't think I've had surgery since. Do you guys consider wisdom teeth a surgery? I guess it is. I did have my wisdom teeth out when I was like 19, so I did have that. But when I was a kid, I had to get my tonsils out. I got sick. So like when I was a baby, when I was like, and when I say kid, I mean kindergarten. When I was in kindergarten, I got so sick and I got strep throat so much that they took my tonsils out for some reason. I don't really fully know why, but I had that done when I was in kindergarten. And I remember being pretty scared of that. Did you guys know I almost died as a kid? Y'all know that? I don't know if I ever told you all about this. I almost died. Like, I almost didn't. I'm not going to be here. It's kind of wild. I'll tell you guys the story. This isn't even the truck. This isn't the truck. This is like something completely different. This is when I was a kid. So I was, at the time, I was probably first or second grade, I think. And I remember playing with my friends, and I would play a lot. And obviously I'd play with my buddies, you know, from around my neighborhood. And so one day we were just in my house, in my basement, and I was playing on my parents, just so you guys understand what our basement looked like. Our basement was like shambles, not finished at all, like concrete everywhere, stuff everywhere. It was a mess, needless to say. And my dad had his own little gym set up in there with like a little weight thing. And there was like a treadmill, and there was this exercise bike, and this exercise bike was really old. That's all I really knew about it. And so I'm playing with my friends on the bike, and I'm being an idiot. I'm on one of the pedals and I'm trying to like rotate my whole self around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like I'm going, and I hit the bike on my knee, and I cut my knee. And I was like, ow. And so I just kind of looked at it like a kid, and I was bleeding a little bit. And I was like, well, that kind of sucks. And I went about my day. I kind of threw some water on it, you know, and didn't tell my parents. And I just kind of cut my leg, and I just kind of went about my day, and just, you know, kept playing. A couple days go by. I noticed that my knee is getting really red and it hurts. And I'm like, what the heck? And so I go to my mom. I don't know how my mom didn't see this for like 3 or 4 days, but this was like 4 days after I hurt myself. And I'm like, Mom, my knee really hurts. And she looks at it and she's like, whoa. And it's like all of a sudden the light bulb went off for her. And then she took my temperature and I had a fever. So she's like, okay, we got to go to the doctor. So this is like 4 days after I got it cut. All right. So I'll never forget this. So we get to the doctor's office and the nurse comes in, looks at my knee. She's like, whoa, okay. Goes back, and the doctor comes in. And the doctor comes in and he goes, his exact response was, wow, that's very interesting. And he walked out, comes back in with 5 doctors, and they all stand around me. I'm a kid at this time. I have no idea what's happening, right? So he goes out, comes back in with like 5 more doctors, and they're all looking at and staring at my knee. The main doctor goes, does anyone know what we're looking at? That's what he said. And a couple of the other doctors were like, no, I'm not too sure. And he goes, it's scarlet fever. Anyone here know what scarlet fever is? You can look it up. What is scarlet fever? So it's this thing that it's like, it was years and years ago. It's like a disease from like 1900s, something like that. Very, very, very long time ago. And I don't know how, and I was a kid, right? So I still don't fully understand because I didn't really ask my mom what happened. But the doctor said I had scarlet fever, and I still remember he told my mom if you brought him in a day or two later, he might, and he said this in front of me. He's like, if you brought him in a day or two later, he might not have made it. So they obviously gave me a bunch of stuff to treat it, but for 4 days I wasn't treating it. And I was like crying because I was scared because so many doctors, I was a kid and so many doctors were in there. So Tim, they were med school students. They probably were, but in my head, they were all just doctors because I was in 2nd grade. They all just walked in. They all looked old. You know what I'm saying? So needless to say, that was a moment where I actually almost died as a kid. And I still remember after that, I went home and we took the medicine, and I will never forget, like a day or two after the medicine, this is kind of gross to talk about, but my knee like popped. It's disgusting. And I like woke up, I was sleeping, and it was like disgusting. I'll never forget that either, because like it was so gross. it was really, really, really gross. And but that was, my mom explained to me, she's like, that's a sign that you're healing. And I was like, okay, well, I guess that's good then. But I remember I was kind of like on my bed for like 2 to 3 days after that, just kind of like trying to fight it with the medicine, obviously. So Tim, did you live? Yeah, I think so. And it is kind of crazy to think about that as a kid. You know, I was extremely scared for sure, because I was like a 2nd grade. How old are you in 2nd grade? I think I was like 8 or 9, literally. It's like 2nd grade, right? Yeah, I was like 8 or 9, bro. So I almost died, man, when I was 8. That would have sucked, bro. I wouldn't have got to see, I was playing some video games then, but I wouldn't have got to see like cable, like really fast internet and stuff like that. And like at that time, I think that was even before we got our dial-up. I think we got our dial-up when I was like 3rd or 4th grade. Tim survived. I did. Tim, your son. Well, okay. You guys are thinking, okay, I'm thinking, Okay, guys, I'm thinking more like back to when I would have died when I was like in second grade, things that in the near future that I would have missed out on. But yes, if we're going to go 30 years in the future, I'm sorry, 23 years in the future, you're right. Yes, my son, my wife. Yes, thank you. But yeah, it's kind of a crazy story to hear and think about that as a kid that happened to me. And I wonder how my parents felt through the whole thing too, because being a parent now, thinking about if my son was going through that, I'd be really nervous, obviously. And I'm grateful I made it. Thank the Lord above, man. You know, I made it another couple of years. Well, now I'm 31. So, but yeah, that's how I almost died, man. Straight up. Crazy, huh? Scarlet Fever LW, Tim the Tatman. There it is, baby. My mom was so mad. She was so pissed, bro. She was mad because I didn't tell her that I was hurt, which is as when I think about it as a parent, if my son cut himself, I would want him to tell me, right? And I just didn't tell her. I didn't think it was I didn't think anything of it. She was mad because she was worried, right? It's like 25 from death. Tim, you messing around might have saved your life. My son had scarlet fever 2 years ago and came from an unnoticed strep throat. Kids quite don't get the throat test. Very dangerous and contagious. Glad you're here. Yeah, man, me too, man. I appreciate your 25. I'm glad that your son's okay. Okay, thank you for your 25, Viper. That was all from the surgery, Dono. I have had a couple surgeries and I've been good. That's what I would say. So have fun, man. Well, you're not gonna have fun. You're having surgery. I hope the best for you, and it'll go fine. And I understand if it's your first surgery, you can be very nervous, but doctors and modern medicine is very, very good this day and age. So you're good to go, man. Yeah, have fun was not the it's one of those things where I just kind of say something. It's like, wait, that's stupid. She's not gonna have fun at surgery, but yeah. That's like one of those things where, yeah, I'm at like a restaurant, like I'll be at Chipotle or something like that, and they'll be like, enjoy your burrito, have a good day. And I go, you too. And it's just like autopilot, but I'm like, why did I tell them to enjoy a burrito? They're not gonna eat. Have a good workout, you too. Tim, they're not working out. They're just standing at the desk. Have a good flight, you too. You're not flying anywhere. Enjoy your food, you too. Yep.